Intamin, you know 'em, you love 'em. They made some of the best coasters to ever grace this planet of ours, always trying to break and set new records. King the Ka, Millennium Force, Velocicoaster, I-305, El Toro, and so on and so forth. However, Intamin are not without their faults. A well-known issue with them is that their rides can be rather unreliable, for example. But there is a weird trend with some of the rides that is almost a bad habit at this point, and it's how they tend to neuter their own damn rides. Skyrush, a phenomenal hypercoaster with ridiculous airtime and horrendous restraints. But they fixed it, so it's okay now. Green Lantern at Magic Mountain. They made it so it is unable to flip, aka the whole selling point of the ride. And finally, the subject of the video, Superman the Ride and those goddamn U-bricks. Today, I'm going to review Superman the Ride at Six Flags New England, an enormous Intamin Mega Coaster that's unfortunately plagued by whatever the hell these are supposed to be. But first, a brief rundown on the stats. It's 208 feet tall with a 221-foot drop, reaches speeds of 77 miles per hour, and travels 5,400 feet of track in just over 2.5 minutes. Needless to say, this thing is huge and very frickin' imposing. You can see this thing from just about anywhere in the park. The ride, although, has kinda had a bit of a weird history. It opened in 2000 as Superman Ride of Steel, like its inferior but still good sister coasters at Darien Lake and Six Flags America. However, a tragic accident in 2004 caused the trains to be replaced with these things, and boy do they suck, but I'll get into that. It later became Bizarro in 2009 for some weird reason, much like Medusa at Six Flags Great Adventure, and changed back to Superman in 2016. Complete with VR for some ungodly reason. Brief tangent here, but VR on coasters frickin' sucks and should never have been a thing. It's like they want me to get more motion sickness than I should. I digress, but seriously, those are awful. The ride removed VR, thank God, shortly afterwards, and it's operated as normal ever since. Alright, history lesson over. Time to talk about the ride itself. The ride is right in the back of the park, but like I said, you can see it from just about everywhere. It's that damn huge. Walking into the DC Universe section of the park is basically just a giant plaza for this ride as well. There's this winding path that takes you right beside the coaster's spaghetti bowl section, giving plenty of good photo ops. You're soon greeted with the entrance, which looks actually pretty dang good. It's simple, just the logo on the building, but it's nice and well done. You walk through past some walkers and into the queue. In terms of loose articles, Superman has a place for smaller items in the station, like phones, wallets, and drink bottles, but bags should be left in the lockers or just on top of the lockers. That was pretty common for what I saw. Who needs to spend money when you just do that? You're now in the queue, which is actually just Superman's S. You can't really tell from walking, but that's kinda neat. It's rather simple. There's some billboards about Superman characters, some lush scenery, and the ride going above you. This is Six Flags. That's about all you can hope for in terms of theming of a DC ride. Soon, you're at the station, at least depending on the wait. You usually expect this thing to hover around 30 minutes. On the one hand, it's got great capacity. On the other hand, New England's operations blow, and it's one of those popular rides in the park. There is always flashbacks if you need it, though. The station looks pretty cool, with a pretty neat design, but the theming is still minimal. Again, Six Flags. You get to pick your own row in this ride, thankfully, and if I had to suggest, go near the front. The back is better for the drop, but the front is better for everything else. So finally, you're on the ride, and those damn restraints await you. These giant, bulky lap bars that give you no room and are very heavy on your legs. They're not Skyrush bad when the ride's going, but sitting on the brake run can be downright painful. Seriously, standard Intamin T-bars are so much better than these. Okay, we're well into this. It's time we finally talk about... You ascend your lift hill, and it's a great view. The Connecticut River is to your left, and the whole park is to your right. Before you know it, though, you're at the top, and you're about to descend your drop. Nice rhyme. And what a drop it is. It truly feels like it lasts forever. The back row gets some great whip, and the front just gets the speed, I guess. You fly through a tunnel and go up a camelback, filled with floater airtime. After that will be a fast turnaround and S-bend with plenty of laterals. After those are two smaller camelbacks, each with some great sustained airtime. They'll pop you up and then leave you just floating there. You then rise into a twisted hill, also with great floater, and enter the second half of the ride, the Spaghetti Bowl. The first half was rather standard for a hyper, filled with airtime and camelbacks. Now it's time for the speed and G-forces. You turn into a low helix and then to another ejector hill, into another speed-filled helix and into another twisted hill, diving into a tunnel. When you emerge out, you finish the ride with 3 excellent bunny hills before turning sharply into the brakes. Holy cow, what a ride. It might be one of the most complete layouts of all time. Not even joking. Phenomenal airtime, great intensity, enormous size and scale, blazing speed, and frankly perfect pacing. Even despite those goddamn restraints, which are very bad, this is one of the best coasters in the country just because of how good that layout is. But god damn it, those gearbox can just crush my leg.